Dear anyone who woke up this morning and before anything even happened, your mind had already decided something was going to go wrong today. If that's you, stay with me for a few minutes. Because I don't think you're negative. I think you're exhausted. From always being the one who sees the storm coming before anyone else even checks the sky. And there's a difference. A big one. You send a text and they don't reply for 2 hours. And your mind doesn't think, oh, they're probably just busy. It thinks, did I say something wrong? Are they mad at me? Maybe they're slowly pulling away. Someone asks to talk to you, a friend, a family member, anyone. And before they even finish the sentence, your stomach has already decided, something is wrong. Something is about to change. Something bad is coming. You feel a headache coming on. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a quiet voice whispers, what if it's something serious this time? And people around you say, you're overthinking it. Stop being so negative. Why do you always assume the worst? As if you haven't already told yourself that 1,000 times before. As if you enjoy this. As if you chose it. Here's what nobody ever told you about a mind that always prepares for the worst. It didn't start because you're a negative person. It started because at some point in your life, the worst actually happened. Maybe more than once. Maybe you trusted someone and they disappeared. Maybe you felt safe and then suddenly you weren't. Maybe you hoped for something with your whole chest and watched it fall apart anyway. And your brain, your incredibly loyal, incredibly tired brain, took notes. It said, okay, hope hurts. Being caught off guard hurts. Let me see the pain coming next time. Let me prepare. So it never blindsides us again. That's not negativity. That's your mind trying to protect you from being destroyed by surprise the way it was before. There's actually a name for this pattern. A lot of people spend years living exactly this way, without ever understanding why. It's called catastrophic thinking. But forget the label for a second. What matters is this. It's not a character flaw. It's a survival response that made complete sense once, and just never got the memo that the danger has passed. But here's the part that quietly breaks things. When your mind lives permanently in worst-case scenario mode, you stop trying things because you've already felt yourself failing. You stop letting people in because you've already imagined them leaving. And the good moments, the ones that are actually happening right now, you can't fully be in them. Because somewhere in the background, your mind is already whispering, don't get too comfortable. This won't last. So you're never fully present in the good. You're half living, 1 foot in the moment, 1 foot already braced for impact. And that is a specific kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. So what do you actually do with a mind like this? You don't fight it. You don't force yourself to think positive, because that has never worked and it never will. Here's what actually helps. Tomorrow, when your mind predicts disaster, don't try to convince yourself everything will be fine. Just pause. And honestly say to yourself, I don't actually know what's going to happen. Not, it'll be okay. Not, stop worrying. Just, I don't know yet. Because your mind is so certain the worst is coming. And the truth is, it doesn't actually know either. It's making a prediction based on old pain, not on what's happening right now. That one pause, that one honest, I don't know, is how you slowly stop living in a future that hasn't arrived yet. You don't have to believe everything will be okay. You just have to stop being so certain that it won't be. Dear anyone who is tired of grieving things that haven't even happened yet, your mind isn't attacking you. It's trying to protect you. It learned this in a world that felt unpredictable, and it never stopped. But you are allowed to remind it, gently, slowly, that not every silence is abandonment. Not every change is a loss. Not every good thing is secretly waiting to be taken from you. Maybe the disaster your mind keeps predicting never actually arrives. And maybe that's the part it keeps forgetting. If this felt like I was speaking directly to you, I want you to do one thing. In the comments, tell me one thing your mind was absolutely convinced would go wrong, that actually turned out okay. Just one thing. Because someone is going to scroll through these comments tonight, certain that the worst is coming for them too, and your one sentence might be the only thing that makes them pause. I'll see you in the next letter.